You won't believe this, but a man falls in love faster than a woman does. And it could be that this is just biology, because by nature a woman is predispositioned to be more picky when she chooses a partner, because there's always a danger to get pregnant. And maybe that's why a man falls quicker in love than a woman does, because in his subconscious mind he wants to prove to that woman that he's worthy of commitment. But here's the tricky part. A man falls in love with a woman who's right in front of him based on how attractive he thinks she is. But by doing so, he may conveniently forget to check if they're actually compatible, which means that he's not actually in love with her as a person, but he's more in love with the idea of being in love. And that's why I always say, don't get too excited in the beginning when you meet a man, but wait for at least 90 days. Because in the beginning, all he knows is that he's in love with the idea of you, but he doesn't know yet in which category he wants to put you. But after 3 months, the initial excitement has worn off, and that's exactly the amount of time he needs to show you his real intentions. If you want your man to stay interested in you for a lifetime, then listen, ladies, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. There's one thing you need to know about men. If you want to keep a man focused on you, you will always have to keep him on his toes. And what I mean with that is that he should always feel that there is a possibility to lose you. Because one thing is certain, the more comfortable a man gets in a relationship, the less proactive he will be in pursuing his woman. But the reason he gets so comfortable is because now he feels safe, that she won't go anywhere because she's his. And now we come to the juice, because the worst thing you can do as a woman is to share everything about you with your man. And this means that you're always going to keep part of yourself to yourself. So you're not going to share any bathroom stories with him. That's like super unsexy. He also doesn't need to know all the gossipy details about your girlfriends or about your family. And please never show him that you're jealous, because from all the women he knows, he chose you as the goddess to spend his life with. So when you show that it bothers you that he looks at another woman, you're actually comparing yourself to a woman who has no meaning in your life. Once you learn how to always restrict with how much you give of yourself to him, that is exactly what will keep him interested in you, because parts of you will always stay a mystery to him, and that makes him feel vulnerable. And that's exactly what you want to achieve. A man who's always a bit hungry for more. If you want your man to be crazy about you, there's only one thing he needs, and that one thing is space. Because listen to this, when a man is constantly close to a woman, at some point his testosterone levels will drop. But in order for a man to go crazy for a woman, he needs a high testosterone level. So if you're in a relationship with this man and you feel that he's not really pursuing you proactively, you must create distance. Because men are very goal oriented, but if he feels that he already has achieved his goal because he has you in the palm of his hand, there's absolutely no challenge. He needs to feel that to earn your love is literally a job. And the harder he needs to work to earn your love, the prouder he will be of himself. And I know this goes completely against your nature, because as a woman you're an emotional creature and all you want is to be close to your man. But for a man, it's always distance makes the heart grow fonder. That's why a man's biggest fantasy is always about a woman he cannot have. And maybe you think, I'm not a model, how can I still make him crazy about me? But it's very simple. All you need to do is to create a life outside of your relationship. It's healthy to go on a girls trip every now and then. And you don't need him next to you every time you visit your parents. And think of some fun hobbies you would like to do after work. Remember what kind of woman you were before you entered this relationship, and now bring more of that into your current life. Because the more you show your man that you don't need him, because you also have your own life, the more he will go crazy for you, because now he will want to prove that he also deserves a place in your life.